So we are going to go on to the next case of Dr. Balasubramaniam because it is a similar case. So I put them together. So Dr. Satyajit, could you introduce him?
Our next speaker is Dr. Balasubramaniam, yet another prolific surgeon. Dr. Balasubramaniam is the medical director and consultant ophthalmologist of Achyuta Institute of Optometry, and we'll be seeing his brilliant pearl today. Dr. Balasubramaniam, a very warm welcome to you. Sir, you are muted.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are, and we can see your slide also.
Yeah, I think Dr. Chitra Madam has set the tone by arranging the videos. My topic is also on doing capsular rhexis and intumescent cataract. So what I do is what we call a 3-stage capsulotomy in intumescent cataract. So as you all know, in intumescent cataract, intralenticular pressure is the main reason for the risk of Argentine reflex sign and peripheral rhexis extension. So this video basically demonstrates a safe technique of performing rhexis and intumescent cataract. So the first stage, as we had this discussion, instead of making a horizontal neck, one needs to make a central can opener. So when you make an horizontal neck, the problem here is you have 2 weak points. And when there is an increased intralenticular pressure, it is going to exert the pressure only on those 2 points, and naturally it is going to extend and go to the periphery and cause the Argentine reflex sign. So how can one avoid this? Because in however small nick you make, you need to make a nick to raise the flap. So however small nick you make, if the increased pressure is so much that it will definitely extend to the periphery. One way of avoiding this is making, instead of 2 points, making multiple puncture points in the center. The rationale behind this is the intralenticular force is distributed to all these points so that none of these points extend to the periphery. And I've been doing it for many years and not even one single Argentine reflex sign, because I'm a cricketer, you don't want to have a golden duck. So you don't want to get, as soon as you puncture, Argentine reflex sign. Once there's no Argentine reflex sign, okay, now you gain the confidence. So this is how I make the initial puncture. So I never make an horizontal neck. The key here is you don't go to the mid-periphery. You make it close to the center. Paracentral multiple punctures, similar to how you make a can opener on an ECC from the periphery to the center. I mean, paracentral to the center. As you make the puncture, you can see that the puncture point is tending to extend. But if you make an adjacent puncture, then it stays like that. So all the intralenticular pressure is distributed to all these points. So you never need to worry about the Argentine reflex sign, how much ever the intralenticular pressure be. This is another case with extreme intralenticular pressure. You can see the fluid milking out, coming up. So you make multiple punctures. I don't have anything to worry about the Argentine reflex sign. So once you make a central opening, then the next step is the decompression of the lens. As my previous speaker has mentioned, I also do what is called the massaging from the periphery to the center. So you push the cortex from the periphery to the center. The key here is you have to massage from the periphery to the center. One can always do a needle aspiration at this stage. So here you don't need to worry about extension because of the multiple puncture points. Once an initial decompression is made, then the next step is convert the small can opener into a central capsular rhexis. The key take-home message or pearl here is make sure you include all the puncture points so that one gets a continuous curvilinear rhexis. If you don't include the puncture points within the rhexis, then there's always a risk of rhexis extension during a further manipulation. So you go all around the puncture points and then you get a good central rhexis. This is another case where a central can opener is made, initial decompression done, and then a small rhexis is done going around all the puncture points. And once this is done, then it becomes a lot easier. We can go for the second stage of decompression, and this is done with irrigation and aspiration of the cortex. So you can go with the IA cannula or even with the synchro cannula and remove the cortex and debulk the lens. And once the second stage of decompression is done, then it behaves like a normal cataract, where the intralenticular pressure is normalized. Then you just make a nick and enlarge the rhexis to the adequate size. So this is basically a three-stage capsulotomy: initial central can opener, then convert a small rhexis, then enlarge the rhexis. But of all these three the stages, the first stage is critical. That's what I feel. Where if you make a multiple puncture instead of an horizontal nick to raise the flap, one can definitely eliminate the risk of argentinal flag sign. And this is a very safe technique and reproducible. You have seen needle aspiration, going with a phaco needle. All these things you will see videos, and along with these videos, there are cases where rhexis arginal flag sign happens. But with this technique, there's no risk of arginal flag sign, and one can perform a safe rhexis in intumescent cataract. Thank you.
Thank you. You can stop sharing, Dr.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Balasubramaniam. You showed us a different way to look at these intumescent cataract. I think I saw your video only and I didn't remember it was yours.
Okay, that's
The
fine.
scan
That's
opener
fine.
thing was definitely a very something which I have not done, and though I wouldn't mind trying it, because definitely if that could help, that's one other way of skinning the cat. So that was pretty good. And of course, I'm still unsure about the massage, though Dr. Namrata seemed to be I'm somehow not clear how it actually helps. How massaging the mid periphery, I would keep thinking that that means the soul, I should go and do more multiple hydros to flatten the lens capsule. How just a stroke on top would help beats me.
No. This basically you're milking, trying to get the cortex into the out of the bag. At this stage, if you do a multiple hydro, especially once you make a central can opener and hydro, there is always a risk of extension.
I thought it was a very nice video, Dr. Balasubramaniam. Congratulations on that technique. And we used to say do a two-stage capsular rhexis in white cataract. So now you've added one more ring to it, and now it is a three-step capsular rhexis. The initial part looks very much akin to punctorhexis, except the fact that, and probably the concept is also the same, except that you're not doing it with phaco, but you're doing it with the needle and punching the central part. But I did think that in cases where those spoke-like things are there you're unlikely to get an extension or Argentinian flap, because that's not completely that's not a capsular bag which is completely full of fluid.
Okay.
So it would be, I don't know. I mean, you're saying you've not had, so obviously there would be no comparison to show that if you do three-stage vis-a-vis, two-stage, whether it really happens or not. But I think it has to be tested, and I'm sure all of us here in the expert panel are going to go back and, test it. And it's been the other way around. You've become our expert rather than we becoming your expert.
No. My message here is whether you do it as a two-stage or three-stage. The first stage, instead of making a horizontal neck, if you make the multiple can opener, you definitely eliminate arginal flag sign. And once you're confident there's not much interlenticular pressure, from that you can just make an adequate rhexis rather than trying to do it twice. But the initial, I've seen a lot of videos where they try to make a small neck and then it zips. I've seen where they go on with the needle and try to aspirate the bevel edge on either side, makes a nick. And before, when they take the needle, it's gone to the periphery.
I think we'll have to go to our next talk because we have very few, not much time and many more speakers left.